Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just bring you a quick review and comparison. Today we are going to be looking at the Marvel Universe Galactus versus the Toybiz Build-A-Figure Galactus. We'll take in-depth detail and see different articulations, paint details, and features of both, and ultimately compare and contrast onto which one is better. So let's go ahead and jump on in and take a little bit closer look. Here is the Toybiz. And here is the Universe, which is obviously much taller. And as you can tell, I'm sure this one is the dark variant of the Universe. It is not the standard coloring. So go ahead and jump in, and I'll compare them both individually and then side by side. Alright, starting off, we'll use the Toybiz first. We'll go ahead and have a look at him. He stands around 15 inches tall. As you can tell, he's in the classic paint scheme. I got lucky enough on this one to get a pretty good coloration on the whole figure. The blues match pretty well. He is very hard to stand, I will say that too, by the way. Compared to the Universe figure, he is very hard to stand. But let's look at him closer. We'll bring him in here, look at his head. I can get it focused there. I don't really want to focus, but there's his head. As you can see, he has his hat with this weird little cat thing on it. He has very nice eyes. I don't know if you can see it. He actually has the square pupils. Moving up to the chest, he has his staring galactus sign. Has a little wobble back and forth. He can look down just ever so slightly, but he looks back a little bit more. And the arms, they're just on a standard joint. Outward rotation, we do have double joints that are covered up by these nice little covers here, so you don't see the joints. We can move our wrist back and forth. It also moves around. The hands close. One thing I am a little dissatisfied, you know, most of the older Toybiz, you had the individual individual fingers on it. This one does not have the fingers, unfortunately, but it does have the hands that, you know, can close and open or whatever you want them to do. On the waist, there is no movement at all on the waist, which is a little disappointing. On the legs, you know, you still have your covers, like on the upper forearms or whatever. You still have your good double joints, and you do have a swivel. It does have a mild pivot. It goes, well, mine's stiff, it doesn't want to go, but it goes back and forth, and you even get a toe joint. You know, like the older Toybiz where you have the toe joint. So that is a look at the Toybiz one. Like I said, overall, he's pretty sweet. I like the head sculpt on him. I like the colors on him, especially that metallic coloring is very nice. But the problem is with that, a lot of times, you can see this leg has a very mild discoloration. See it there in the light a little bit. I know a lot of people have problems with the skirt having a lot of discoloration. This figure is very, and you see it right there on the arm too, this figure is very sensitive to sunlight, so you cannot leave him around sunlight or it will fade him very quickly. But the metallic paint does look good, so if you can manage to find one that looks somewhat similar to this is not perfect, but it's pretty good, with mostly matching metallics on him. That's awesome, and he does look very nice. Okay, now I'll go ahead and show you the Universe figure. We can go ahead and look into him a little bit deeper. Alright, here's the Universe version. As you can tell, he is a lot bigger. The Toybiz Build-A-Figure is around 15 inches tall. He's around 19.5 inches tall in the Universe. And as you can tell, like I said, this is the dark variant, so the colorations on him will be a little different. But I'll go ahead, while we have him on the head right here, we'll go ahead and show. He does have lights and sounds. And he has many different phrases. I'd say around probably 12 to 15 different phrases he'll say. The eyes light up, the little things on his head light up. That's a very, very cool feature. I really like that, and I actually like the head on this one better because he looks more, I don't know, in my opinion, a little more angry, a little more emotional, a little more Galactus-like, you know. Thoroughly like this. I love the arms on this one are more solid, One thing I have noticed with this that I do have an issue with is when you have him up, his arms don't want to really come out very much. So I like to take his arm out and then rotate if you're going to do something like that, because I have had a little issue with that. But he does have great arm rotations. He has the same little caps over his arms, like the Toybiz to hide the joint, which is very nice. We don't want a joint on our Galactus. He still has a wrist swivel, except for his is at the gauntlet piece here. And then his hand, let's see, can we get that? His hand has a full swivel, and it's also like a little ball joint, so it can do whatever you want it to do. But now his fingers are stationary. That hand is going to be like that forever. And then you still have your, upper swivel and all that or whatever. This one does not have any type of movement right here in the chest, but it does have a waist swivel. Same head movement, back, forth, up, down, all that's got that. Then on the knees, we'll take a look at that. See, can you see that? You see, it's more like just like a standard newer Legend looking knee joint. You still get your, sorry it's the dark variant, I know it's hard to see like this, but you still get your double joint. You still get your pivot on the boot, and it still goes back and forth. This one's also incredibly stiff, but there is no toe joint on this one. So that is a closer look at the Universe. And now I'll bring the Toybiz back up here just for you guys to check that out on the height comparison. As you see, there you go. Well, there is a large, yeah, that's better. There's a large height difference between Universe and Toybiz. Personally, I do prefer the Universe figure over the Toybiz. He's more steady to stand. His paint, in my opinion, is better. The face sculpt and head is better. The coloring's better, and he's overall bigger. And then the lights and sounds. The lights and sounds are really, really what sells it for me here, truthfully. So if I was going to, do it all over again, I would have probably bought a standard Universe Galactus to have a regular colored one instead of the Toybiz. But, of course, I don't know why I love the dark coloring one so much, but he just looks amazing to me. And so that's why I was so glad I had him, but I did still want a standard colored Galactus. And so that's why I have the Toybiz. But yeah, guys, so there is a look at them together. Zoom in real quick, take them both. Look at the difference in the size of those feet too, man. Wow. Skirts both look good. But yeah, so there is a quick comparison between the two.
I am the devourer of worlds.
I mean, I love that, man. The thing's great. So there you are. So if you're deciding you want to pick up one, or you're looking into Galactuses, there's a comparison between the two, so you can then decide which one you would like to purchase. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit a like on the video, add any comments for any questions or any further figure reviews you'd like to see, and yeah, catch you the next time. Peace.